Hello and mods to you. What's up guys, Bebop here with your mod review, showing off possibly one of the best mods I've ever seen. Mostly because it brings back my childhood. I grew up in the Pokemon era. I was in the heart of when it came out, and this, so much fun. This is Pixelmon. Showing it off here in a Pokemon Stadium. Now this is actually also downloadable. Not everything all set up for the mod that I have for you here, but just the stadium is. Now this mod is pretty in-depth, but I'm going to go from the very basics on how you would start a world and start playing, so it's nice and simple. And then I'll get into the confusing, crazy stuff and break it down really nicely for you. In fact, I gotta admit, I have been playing this for hours. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this mod review, yada yada. Oh my god, where'd the time go? In fact, look on the left there, and those are my Pokemons! All of them! I leveled up my very first Pokemon. Now, this is how you start out, just like all the Game Boy versions, where you get to pick your Pokemon. It, of course, is the 3 elements, and then you have an Eevee. I tend to always pick a Charmander, so here you go. I already evolved him all the way up to a Charizard. Now, they made 109 Pokemon in this mod, so some are from the old school first 151, and some are from the second era, and I believe 1 or 2 from the current one. So let's go ahead and start this out by showing you my Pokemons. Now, as you can see, on the left, I have a Charizard, a Geodude, a Gyarados, a Growlithe, and a Rapidash. Now, you can go ahead and select through these with the left and right bracket on your keyboard. To actually select one and drop it on the ground, just hit P. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Pow! My Pokemons! What's up, Charizard? Level 36. That's right, all the way evolved. They did a really great job on this. Now, of course, 109 Pokemons, they don't have animations and stuff like that. Some of them actually do. But in this case, he doesn't, but it's really decent. They did a great job. You can do everything. What this mod does is basically creates your Minecraft world like anything else, and then it turns it into Pokemons. So you get a randomly generated world with Pokemon instead of all the other mobs that are always trying to kill you. And then in this world that's naturally generated, you can do your normal Minecraft stuff on top of treating it like a Pokemon world. Now, if I go ahead and hit P again on my Charizard, bang, you go ahead and pick him up and he goes back in your inventory. Now, as for going into more detail on the Pokemon themselves, go into your normal inventory and then you see them all here on the left side. Now, this is a couple things here. For one, of course, all your Pokemon and the order that they get released in. And then the right side are things that you can attach to them and give them buffs. I'll go into that a little bit later. But when you right click on a Pokemon, it gives you all their information. So you can use their moves and you can actually change them around and see how they work and what their description is and their power and all that jazz. Just like a Pokedex, which this has also. And then the next option would be summary as well you can do, which shows you more of the information. So you get to see their elements and how they counteract with each other if this is information you don't already know. And then also in the status tab, you have nature coming soon. They're still evolving, get it, this mod and improving it. So who knows how many more Pokemons they're going to end up adding. So what do you do when you first enter a world and you have this mod installed? Well, your main goal is to make Pokeballs and catch Pokemons. So how do you do that? By crafting Pokeballs and collecting apricorns. So these are it. And how do you get apricorns? I'll go ahead and show you here, as you will find them all over the map. There we go, a Pokemon world. And look at all these Pokemon flying about. They have an Arbok there. You got, what else? You got Pidgey. You got Raichu. Gee, you got Volta. What was your name again? It's Voltor, Volta. Electroid, you're evolved. Oh, and these guys, look at these when they roll around everywhere. Just ridiculous and cute. So anyway, back to Pokeball Crafting. The #1 thing you want to focus on is the top of these trees. Right now, there's no little buds on top. But over here, there you go. You have apricorns. And boom, there's tons of different colors, and all these, when combined and used together, will give you different type of Pokeballs. Now, I'll show you that stuff later because that's the crafting, boring stuff. I want to focus on the awesome right now at the very beginning. What are you dancing over there? You're getting crazy. Yeah, you guys are ridiculous. Don't go near these guys, by the way. Anytime you try, they just want to attack you right away. But now I want to go ahead and show you some Pokemon 101 with Milk Tank here. So, they show their level. If they're wild or captured, you can put this on a server. That's what's so awesome. Now, you go ahead and launch your Pokemon by hitting P, but you have to make sure that you're aimed on the Pokemon that you want to attack. So hey Charizard, go play with this milk tank. And this is a screen that you guys see, just like on Pokemon for Game Boy. So, unfortunately, you can't move around anywhere, and you have to deal with this user interface here at the bottom. So, it says everything your Game Boy says. It's interacting, and what do you want to do? Do you want to use your different Pokemon and switch them out? Go ahead and hit back and run away. Go into your bag and get different Pokeballs. Your battle items, that's right, you can craft all those potions, candies, everything. And then, of course, the good old fight options. Now, I just want to take them out. So, there's no effects when you do things. Let's Dragon Rage it up. Waiting. Done. He drops meat. So, we're going to eat some milk tank. What are you doing up there, Charizard? What you doing? He's just chilling. He's like, no, I'm not going to fly. I'm just going to levitate. There's Abras in here, too. Yeah, and you come near them. Let's see if I can find one. You come near them, they just fly away. Now, if you want to switch out your Pokemon, just hit your brackets again, and you can pick which one you want to drop. You can go ahead and hit P, and it will drop all of it. Oh my god, Gyarados is huge. Forgot about how huge he is. Really, Gyarados? Really? But you can release all of them if you want that you're holding on to. So let's go ahead and show off the Geodude. Awesome. Awesome looking. Get some Growlithe. Oh, whoops. Whoops, sorry. I'm pressing all kinds of random buttons here. Growlithe. There you go. And a level 44 Rapidash. Boom! He is mean looking. And lots of Z flutter action going on. So the only way though that they're going to attack anything is if you release them from the Pokeball onto a Pokemon. Now let's say you want to be Ash Ketchum and not have your Pikachu evolve using any kind of stones or anything else. You can go ahead and stop the leveling on a Pokemon. You can do this by getting into your inventory again, right-clicking on your Pokemon, hitting Summary, and then at the very top right above the level, it has a little L. Boom. Are you sure you want to disable leveling? And you can go ahead and do that. Ah, what beautiful nighttime. No better time to catch a Pokemon. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. First of all, just like any other Pokemon game, if you ever played it, go ahead and pick what Pokemon you want to pick a fight with. Oh, there's trainers around here too, by the way. You can go ahead and pick fights with them. I don't like to. They're just annoying. I mean, look at that face. Little dunce hat. Forget you. Get back here, Butterfree. I want Butterfree. Butterfree! Stop. Trying to throw my Pokeball right at. Drop it! Oh, you fuck! Ah! Get him, Growlithe! Alright, what are you doing? Butterfree? Are you killing yourself? Butterfree! What did you... Arbok, stop it! Butterfree! What? I hate you. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to go ahead and get this Tangela. If you stop. 1, 2, 3. Hey! There we go. Growlithe. What level are you, by the way? Tangela is level 13. We should do just fine here without murdering him, I hope. Bite him! So, as any other kind of Pokemon game, you want to bring them down to almost dying and then just throw your Pokeball at them. So, there are tons of Pokeballs, just like every other Pokemon game ever, and they have made them in this mod just as well. And done! Alright, Tangela is almost dead, so what we want to do now is go ahead and get... Oh, dang it! I killed him! So, you tend to have some kind of problems there, you know, when catching the Pokemons because... you just overkill it. But there is another way, and some may consider this cheating, so cover your ears. But you can go ahead and beat up the Pokemons. Pidgey, get back here. Okay, we're just having a little... Pidgey! Ah, wait for it. There we go, got him. Okay. Alright. Now, most Pokemons don't just hop in the air like this. But he's special. Now the thing is though, you can't hit him with a sword a whole bunch of times because then they glitch out and actually go into the ground completely. So you have to start punching them and you can get away with this little cheat. So now that he's almost dead, go ahead and throw your Pokemons at him and then just throw a Pokeball at him. Boom! I swear if you don't get in this. Ah, it crushed him! Waiting and... boom! We got ourselves a Pidgey. Simple as that. Did I say simple? had some issues there. So now that you know the core of the mod and how to make your Pokeballs and capture your Pokemons, let's go ahead and show you everything else that this mod has. Well, Pokeballs come in a couple pieces. First of all is this Pokeball disc. And you go ahead and make it with your apricorns, so you can feed them to your Pokemon and use these. Now, you go ahead and cook them just by simply throwing them into a furnace. Of course, though, that's only your red half, so you need the bottom white half here, and that's with your iron disc, and that's how you craft it. But this is what's great. You don't just go to a Pokemart here and go buy Pokeballs. You actually have to make them yourselves. So now you make this Anvil, which is a Pokeball anvil, simply made like that, and you go ahead and place these discs on them to get the proper parts of the Pokeball. But you don't crush this thing with your fist, you actually have to use a specific hammer. And here you go, how you craft it. This is of course a stone one, it has all the other materials as well, like diamond. But now you go ahead and left click it, I love this, it's the simple things. It crushes it into the shape of the Pokeball, and then you right click it, and it ends up in your inventory. Go ahead and do that for the iron disc as well, and there you go, you have your two parts of the Pokeball. And for the finishing touches, to smash them together. So go ahead and put your top part on there, your lid, get your base, and get a button in the middle, and boom, you got your common old Pokeball. Now remember Pokemon had all kinds of Pokeballs, even just for the Safari? Well, they have that here. And here's how you delve right into all of those, with all those different kind of apricorns. There are tons of different recipes, and just to give you an idea of what all the kinds that you can make, here you go, your common one, your Safari, Heavy, Fast, Repeat, Timer, Nest, Net, Dive, Moon, Level, Master, Ultra, Great, Premier, Dusk, Heal, Luxury, Friend, and Love Ball? Now the only one that you can craft is the Ultra Ball. This is actually found, and they're all made the exact same way by taking the disc and then just crushing them into the top of the lid. There you go, your Pokemon bread and butter, Pokeballs. Now, as for running around the world, there's different kind of material, and this is the example of them. You have different kind of stones here, like the Firestone, Waterstone, Leafstone, and all of these are used to make the actually evolution stones, including a new aluminum ingot. As for how to make the stone, pretty simple. Just fill up your crafting recipe with those shards, and boom, a classic good old Thunderstone. And your water stone. I ran out, sorry. You get the idea. Now let's take care of your Pokemon, and that's with candies and potions. Here you guys go. This is for your base potion, and just like brewing in Minecraft, you can make all different styles. Now, as for candy, though, you can craft that yourself as well. It's a little bit more hard. As you guys remember in the game, it was pretty rare. Oh yeah, it's called rare. And in some cases, it helps give them XP. As for the different kinds of potions, here's the different ones you can craft, like Full, Ice, Burn, Awakening, Paralysis, and Antidote. All of which you can use during a match, including making some elixirs and your super potions, hyper potions, max potions, and full restores. And the sad, lonely, one little candy. Now that's enough for getting your Pokemon fat and taking care of them and being good trainers and all that jazz. What about the stuff that you can attach to them and make them better during the fight? Well, that's these items here, where you have all kinds of different berries and XP shares, including a mysterious lucky egg. To attach these, go ahead and take them all out of the chest and then put them in your inventory here, as they all have one little slot. So just click and drag, boom, there you go, and you're going to be XP sharing and everything else, improving all your Pokemons. Now let's talk about some immersion, because come on, Minecraft Pokemon, it's perfect. So you can go ahead and make all the items that you can in Pokemon, such as a Pokedex. That's right, they actually have all the information for all the 109 Pokemon that they have in here so far. You go ahead and open it just like a map, and there you go, the old classic Pokedex look. And if you notice as well, it goes up to 649, so they're being optimistic. And it takes quite a bit of items to make the Pokedex, but there you guys go. But this is some of my favorite stuff, the machines that they even implemented here, like the PC. Takes tons of diamonds to make. Now, the PC is for storing your Pokemon. So, anytime you have a whole bunch of them, you can go ahead and store them all in there, so you can level them all up if you become really obsessed with this mod. Not only that, though, but they also have a healing machine. So, anytime your Pokemon becomes faint or anything else, or has some kind of issue on them, you can go ahead and pop your Pokeballs on there, spin them up, and it won't let you move or anything, so you can't just run away and leave them. And then we'll heal them up and you can just go battle again. And there's one last machine, but you can't craft it because it's only for servers, and it's for when you want to trade Pokemon. Get away from that machine, Gloom! Get away! The good old trading machine. So go ahead, one person on one end, one person on the other on a server. Watch your Pokemon go in there and trade. So, like, this texture is great. I love that they just added the immersion and they did such a great job with all of this. Oh, yes. And finally, we do have the Fossum Machine. If you guys can tell, I actually put a fossil in here, which are all right here. These are fossils you find underground in rocks and everything else. And now, if you guys remember the old fossil Pokemons, yeah, there's a lot of them. So you can go ahead and take these, put them inside the machine. It'll make all kinds of crashing stuff, and oh my god! Stupid freaking machine. So there's no recipe either for this yet. Let's go ahead and try that again. Oh, that's definitely the wrong machine. So there's another glitch when you break it and it just puts down that. Maybe I'll get a Fossum Machine. Or just not get anything. Thanks. Thanks, guys. But that generally is how the Fossum Machine works. It counts up to 100%, and hopefully you get a Pokemon out of it. So just a little glitches here and there. But honestly, this mod has so much detail, and I cannot imagine how much work it took to produce all of this. I'm shocked that there aren't more glitches in it. Finally, though, there's one last thing to show off, and that is gym leader badges. Now, basically, they were like, hey, this is going to be on a server, so they made gym leader badges. You're able to trade these, and they really don't have any other purpose. You can't craft them in any way whatsoever, so it just really adds the element of RP and just adds that much more awesome to a server. Blah, transition Gyarados. That's it. Wow, that was a weird convulsion he just did. Thanks for watching, guys. That is Pixelmon. I love this mod. Easily one of my favorites. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and tell me what you guys thought, what you think they should add to it, or if you do have it, what's up, Charizard? What is your favorite thing about this? Thanks again for all the support, and we'll see you guys on the next Mods to You Pokemon montage!